Good morning. It is 6:52 on a Tuesday morning, Pacific Standard Time here in Henderson, Nevada. And hope you guys are doing well this morning. Just got through working out, and I'm going to go eat now because I am hungry. I've been waking up hungry pretty often lately, so it's been pretty weird. I guess I'm always not always hungry, but I do wake up hungry more often today. I guess because I am working out. But anyway, I was on the weight machine this morning and just kind of working out, obviously. And I've had 2 or 3 things happen to me in the past week. Yeah, the past week. Actually, the past 2 weeks. And I've been pastoring for a little over 10 years full time. I've been a pastor to many people for a little over 20 plus years part time. And I've been a Christian since I was 12. And I'm, it never ceases to amaze me. Hey, Ron, it never ceases to amaze me how if you stay hungry for the Lord, you'll keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And so I've had 2 critical things happen to me in the past couple weeks. And I'm learning that God's still small voice is so loud when you're paying attention. And one time I paid attention and I was blessed so much, so much. And the other time I didn't pay attention, I allowed the outside voices to distract me, and I paid dearly. And this all happened in the past couple weeks now. I'm not talking about sin. I'm not talking about disobedience. But it's just, missing God or not missing God. And so, and I don't want to get into specifics, but I had a situation happen at church where we had someone, I guess step down, and it was a complete shock. But then a day or 2 later, the Lord told me to do something, and it was such a fleeting thought. And I remember coming out of my gate at my complex in my house, and I remember him telling me to do it, and I did it right then and there. And even when I did it, the fruit wasn't immediately evident. Well, the next day I got a phone call back about the very thing that I needed. And as we sit right now in this car, the issue was taken care of. And then I had a situation at church on Sunday where my wife and I have learned that we don't violate principles. And that principle was violated because of outside pressure. And I, being the senior pastor, looked like a goofball. But the thing about it is that in the midst of the pressure, I still heard God's voice. And I said, well, maybe it'll be okay this time. And man, I just want to encourage you guys that God's not going to scream at you. And I found that the more mature you get, hey, Marvell, good to see you, sweetie. And also your hubby, tell him hi for me. I've learned, and I'm learning, that the more mature you are as a Christian, now I'm not saying that I'm, Jesus Jr., but the more mature you are as a Christian, the quieter that voice is going to get. The quieter that still small voice will get. And I believe it's because at a certain level in your life, you should have been able to hush the distractions. You should have been able to hush the outside voices, and you should be able now to tune in to what God is saying and be highly accurate, highly obedient. And see, the best way to learn obedience is by being obedient. And as Christians, we complain that things aren't happening in our lives, but I'm learning more and more that God is always talking. He's always talking to his people. He's always talking to his children. And if we would listen and obey, and I talk to my kids about obeying, and well, they listen, but sometimes they don't obey. And we've got to learn that when God speaks, it's for a purpose. And the cool thing about what happened to me the past couple of weeks is the fact that when it happened, God already literally instantly told me what to do, let me know that God already saw it coming, and it wasn't a surprise to God. It may have been a surprise to me, but even in those moments of surprise, the Bible says that God will give you a way of escape. And as of right now, those two situations are taken care of, and it's just so cool. So, short video this morning, just to encourage you to, oh man, listen to that still small voice, listen to what God is saying, and be obedient. Be obedient, obey, trust Him, and that still small voice, it's either going to be ridiculous, like, are you serious? Or it's going to require faith on your part to do it. And if you do it, you'll be blessed. If you don't do it, you'll look like a fool, or you'll be cursed, one of those two things. But it is much easier to look like a fool for Jesus, meaning it's much easier to do what God says do, and you may look like a fool for a few seconds, for a few minutes, for a couple days, but after that fool part is over, man, He's going to bless you, and the whole world will see that God was right. Not we were right, but God was right. So anyway, that's it. Go and have a great morning. Marvell, love you, baby. Ron, thanks for hanging out with us. Everybody else too. And we'll see you guys again on another Sin City Pastors. Hey, if you have not gone to my YouTube page, Sin City Pastors, please go there, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also share this all over Facebook. I'll put it on Instagram. And please tell everyone about my YouTube page. It's fun. So anyway, have a great evening. Love you guys so much, and we'll catch y'all later on. Bye-bye.